It was supposed to be just another regular season showdown between two powerhouse teams, the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Milwaukee Brewers. But no one could have predicted that what unfolded after the final pitch would shake the baseball world to its core. As fans filed out of the stadium, still buzzing over the tight finish to Game 1, the dugouts were calm, or so it seemed. Shohei Ohtani, the Dodgers' global icon and two-way marvel, was casually chatting with teammates, likely reviewing the game's final moments. Then, in an instant, peace turned into chaos. Eyewitnesses say the Brewers' head coach stormed across the field like a man possessed, crossed the line into the Dodgers' dugout without warning, and launched a verbal assault on Ohtani that was so sudden and so aggressive that it left players momentarily frozen. What could have possibly provoked this? According to multiple insiders and beat reporters, the coach was enraged over a controversial call in the 9th inning, a disputed safe call at second base that extended the Dodgers' rally. But instead of filing a protest through proper channels or confronting an umpire, he charged directly toward Ohtani and let loose a stream of insults. Several Dodgers players immediately stepped in to intervene, but the Brewers coach refused to back down. Security and coaching staff had to physically restrain him as tensions escalated and both benches began to clear. Cameras didn't catch the incident in real time, but footage leaked within hours, and it was damning. You can clearly see the coach pointing aggressively at Ohtani, shouting in his face as teammates pull Shohei back. For a player known for his class and humility, Ohtani's reaction was as restrained as anyone could have asked for. He stood his ground but didn't retaliate. Instead, he let his teammates handle the situation. Later, he made only a brief statement to the press. Baseball is about respect. There's no place for that kind of behavior in our game. It was short, measured, and powerful, a masterclass in composure under pressure. But the same can't be said for Major League Baseball, which acted swiftly and firmly. Within 24 hours, the league handed the Brewers' head coach a 3-game suspension and hit the team with a significant financial penalty, citing a clear violation of MLB's conduct and safety protocols. The league's statement made it clear, no individual, regardless of position, has the right to jeopardize the safety of players. Such behavior is unacceptable and will be dealt with severely. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts didn't hold back either. In a post-game press conference, he blasted the Brewers staff and called for even harsher measures. This wasn't just disrespect, it was a complete breakdown of professionalism. If this isn't punished strongly, we're sending the wrong message to the entire league. Roberts' comments sparked a larger debate that quickly spread beyond the sports world. How did a coach, supposedly a leader and role model, allow his emotions to override all logic and cross into enemy territory to confront a player who hadn't said a single provocative word? And what does this say about MLB's security protocols? That such an incident could even occur. As the investigation deepened, fans began to question the league's ability to protect its biggest stars. For a player like Ohtani, a generational talent, a face of the league not just in North America but around the world, this wasn't just about baseball. This was about the integrity of the game. Ohtani had already faced immense pressure this season, returning from elbow surgery to resume his two-way role with the Dodgers. But instead of letting the noise distract him, he's been putting on a show. With 35 home runs in the first half of the season and a series of dominant pitching performances in limited innings, he's shown that even after injury, he remains one of the most unique forces in the game. The timing of this incident is also pivotal. Just as the All-Star break came to a close and MVP races began heating up, this altercation placed Ohtani's mental strength and character into the spotlight. And as the drama unfolded, the MVP race itself became more intriguing. In the American League, Aaron Judge is on pace to hit nearly 60 home runs, a number that, if reached again, could rewrite how we talk about modern sluggers. Only Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire have reached that milestone more than once, and their legacy remains clouded by steroid controversy. If Judge does it cleanly a second time, he could very well emerge as baseball's new home run king. But he isn't alone. Cal Raleigh, the Seattle catcher who has exploded into MVP contention, leads the AI in both home runs and RBIs and is fresh off a home run derby win. His position, combined with his raw power, could give voters a tough choice between legacy and breakout stardom. In the National League, Ohtani is facing real pressure from Pete Crow Armstrong, whose incredible blend of power and speed has him on track for a potential 50-50 season, something never before accomplished. With 25 home runs and 27 stolen bases by the midway point, Crow Armstrong has become the dark horse MVP threat, especially if he stays healthy and surges in the second half. For Ohtani, it means there's no room for error. Not just because of the numbers, but because of the narrative. Fans, analysts, and even casual observers are watching closely to see how he responds after the Brewers incident. And so far, he's done what great players do: rise above the noise. Beyond the MVP races, the postseason picture is tightening fast. The Dodgers remain in first place in the NL West, but the San Diego Padres are closing the gap with an aggressive run of form. Meanwhile, the trade deadline looms large. With fewer big-name players available this year, teams are expected to get crafty. That means front offices will be tested not just in talent evaluation, but in negotiation and strategy. And over in the American League, chaos reigns. The Yankees, once thought to be the runaway leaders, now find themselves locked in a brutal three-way race with the Toronto Blue Jays and Boston Red Sox, both of whom surged late in the first half with double-digit winning streaks. No lead is safe, and every mistake could cost a playoff spot. All of this adds up to one of the most volatile, unpredictable, and emotionally charged second halves MLB has seen in years. And at the center of it all stands Shohei Ohtani, not just as a player, but as a symbol of resilience, dignity, and excellence. His response to the Brewers coach was not just an act of restraint, it was a statement of leadership. In a league where emotions run high and reputations are made or broken in a single moment, Ohtani proved once again why he's not just one of the best in the game, but one of the most respected. As the dust settles and the season resumes, fans everywhere will be watching closely, not just for who wins the MVP or the World Series, but for the character and integrity of the players we admire. If you're as invested in this story as we are, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more deep dive MLB coverage, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Was the punishment enough? Should security protocols be stricter? And how do you see the MVP races playing out in both leagues? Let's talk baseball and stay locked in, because this season's just heating up.